What I want is to create peace and bring about justice.
Create peace? Justice? Are you kidding? Give me a break! Killed my master! And my sensei! Hurt my friends! Destroyed my village! After all of the horrible things that you've done, don't you dare talk about peace and justice!
Then tell me, what is your goal?
First I'm gonna kill you! And then I'm gonna bring peace to the ninja world!
That would be justice. However, what about my family? My friends? My village? They suffered the same fate as this village at the hands of you hidden leaf ninja. How is it fair to let only you people preach about peace and justice? You and I are both seeking the very same thing. We both want to achieve the peace that Jiraiya-sensei envisioned. You and I are the same. We're both motivated by our desire for peace and justice. The justice that I have delivered against the Leaf Village is no different from what you are trying to do to me. Everyone feels the same pain when losing something dear. You and I have both experienced that pain. You strive for your justice, and I strive for mine. We're both just ordinary men who have been driven to seek vengeance in the name of justice. And if one comes to call vengeance justice, such justice will only breed further vengeance and trigger a vicious cycle of hatred. Right now, we live in such a cycle. I know the past and can foretell our future. It is the same as our history. So we believe that human beings simply cannot understand each other, and they never will.
Growing up can be tough. As you get older, the stories you used to love, those epic battles between good and evil, start to feel a little predictable. And for me, that was especially true with anime villains. I mean, when I was a kid, I'd see some spiky-haired bad guy cackling about world domination, and I'd be like, yeah, that's the stuff. But as the years went by, I started rolling my eyes. Another evil dude with a big sword? Anime's more popular than ever. Every season, we get new shows with jaw-dropping animation and wild plots. But the villains? They started blending together. It's honestly the golden age of anime right now, and yet I couldn't shake this cynical part of me that was like, seen it, done it, next. That is, until I met Pain. Pain from Naruto is special to me, and I didn't even realize how much until I rewatched Naruto Shippuden a while back. That's how powerful this guy was for me. At first glance, Pain doesn't scream unique. Spiky orange hair, creepy eye powers. Sounds like every other anime villain, right? So why is it that Pain's become this massive icon, still talked about years later, with fans and critics losing their minds over him? Well, let's talk about it. Pain crashed into the Naruto world back in 2004 when his story kicked off in the manga, written and drawn by the legend himself, Masashi Kishimoto. This guy, Kishimoto I mean, he'd been building Naruto from the ground up since '99, churning out chapter after chapter in Weekly Shonen Jump, the same magazine that gave us One Piece and Bleach. Now, I'll be real with you, there's not a ton of deep lore about Kishimoto's personal life floating around. Like, was he a ninja in a past life? Who knows? I googled him once and all I got was this one blurry photo. Could be him, could be some random dude, I'm not risking it. So to keep this chill, let's just say Kishimoto's the mastermind here and leave it at that. Anyway, before Pain, Kishimoto had already flexed his villain writing chops with guys like Orochimaru and Itachi. Those two, solid. Creepy Snake Man and Tragic Big Brother, good stuff. But they didn't hit me like Pain did. Pain was the payoff of all that practice. The moment Kishimoto went, hold my ramen, and cooked up something unreal. You know what they say, the heart of any great story is its characters. And Pain, oh man, he's where Naruto goes next level. Pain, real name Nagato, starts off as this godlike figure, leader of the Akatsuki with these wild Rinnegan eyes that can literally reshape reality. He's overpowered, right? He's not just some power-hungry psycho. Nagato's backstory is a gut punch. He grew up in a war-torn village, watched his parents die, then lost his best friend Yahiko trying to fix the world. For him, peace isn't some cheesy hero speech. It's an obsession born from pain, literally. Early on, he's cold, detached, preaching about suffering like he's above it all. But then you see the cracks. He's got this quiet intensity, like when he talks about knowing pain to understand peace. And the little things, he's got this awkward, almost nerdy vibe when he's not in God mode. Like he probably spent too long perfecting those puppet bodies he controls. It's not just evil guy with a plan. It's a dude who's broken, brilliant, and kind of relatable in a messed up way. That's the difference between a good villain and a great one. Not the big obvious traits, but the tiny quirks that make them feel human. Pain's not a pie chart of 50% evil, 50% cool. He's a petri dish of trauma, hope, and desperation, all mashed together into this unforgettable character. And it's not just Pain. Kishimoto nails this with the whole Akatsuki crew. Every member's got their own vibe, their own story, thanks to his tight writing and those clean, iconic designs. No one's drowning in random spikes or capes. Well, okay, maybe Deidara's hair, but you get me. Each character pops without feeling overdone. Combine that with Pain's depth, and you've got a recipe for a villain who sticks with you. But here's where it gets wild. Pain's not your typical shonen bad guy. I love shonen. Always have, always will. But most of the time, villains are there to flex big moves and get wrecked by the hero. Action's the lifeblood of shonen. Without it, the story flops. Pain's different. Sure, he's got fights. Insane ones. We'll get to that. But Naruto doesn't rush to his next explosion. Instead, it lingers on his ideas. His talks with Naruto. His whole cycle of hatred philosophy. If you're jumping into Naruto expecting non-stop punches, Pain's arc might throw you off. But that's its strength. A fight's just a fight. Cool, but empty. Unless you care about who's throwing the punches. Put a kunai in Naruto's hand and a god complex in Pain's, and suddenly it's not just a brawl, it's a clash of everything they stand for. Pain's not just a guy with a grudge. He's a product of this brutal ninja system. With him, you see how war chews up villages, how kids like Nagato turn into weapons. Every flashback to his past, rain-soaked streets, dead friends, builds this world that feels lived in, heavy. It's not about hopping to the next plot twist. It's about sitting with these characters, watching them wrestle with a messed up reality. Pain's story ties the world and its people together so tight. It's like the chaos of the ninja wars shaped him, and he's shaping it right back. That's what makes him mind-blowing, not just the depth, but how he fits into this ancient scarred world. Now, I've been saying Pain's not all about fights, and that's true, he's more than that. But when the battles do hit, oh boy, strap in. They're rare enough to feel like events, and when they land, they're brutal. That Hidden Leaf Village invasion, Pain levels the place with one move.
Shinra Tensei.
Buildings gone, dust everywhere. The animation from Studio Pierrot goes hard, and every fighter's got their own flavor. Naruto's got his Rasengan chaos, sure, but Pain's pulling gravity tricks, summoning giant beasts, and tossing 6 bodies around like it's nothing. It's savage, high stakes, and a total payoff for all that buildup. You're not just watching a fight, you're watching 2 ideologies slug it out. But what really makes Pain special, at least to me, is this one moment that flipped how I see villains. It's when he dies. After Naruto talks him down, classic Naruto move. Pain uses his last breath to bring back everyone he killed in the village. It's not a win for him, he's done, and as he fades, he smiles. Just a little. A guy who spent his life drowning in pain, trying to force peace on the world, chooses to trust Naruto's way instead. It hit me like a truck. Growing up, I thought villains were just obstacles, bad guys to boo and beat. But Pain, he's a mirror. He's what happens when the world breaks you, and you still try to fix it, even if you're wrong. That's why he changed me, because the best villains aren't the ones you hate, they're the ones who make you feel something deeper, something human. Villains like Pain stay with you. If this stayed with you too, consider subscribing and like the video. Let's overthink anime together.